Shockwaves are tearing through the 90-day Fiance community as escalating reports paint a chaotic picture of Andrei and Elizabeth's life spiraling into turmoil. Claims of legal drama, family betrayal, financial scandal, and a sudden arrest have pushed this once-celebrated couple into one of the darkest chapters fans have ever witnessed. Viewers who once watched them build a future full of promise are now watching everything collapse, slowly, painfully, and publicly. The drama reportedly began when family tensions, which were always present on screen, intensified off-camera. For years, fans watched Elizabeth caught between her husband Andrei and her family, a feud that brewed under the surface like a ticking time bomb. But no one expected that bomb to explode like this. Rumors suggest that a fight over business interests and money may have sparked a chain of events that would later drag Elizabeth into the courtroom, leading to headlines nobody saw coming. According to circulating reports, Elizabeth found herself accused of involvement in a financial scandal that allegedly involved mismanaged funds, missing money, and a shocking total loss estimated at nearly $100,000. The news stunned viewers. Many questioned how such a dramatic fall could happen to a couple who once stood proudly united, determined to build an empire. Andrei, who fought hard to provide for his family and prove his worth, was thrust into a situation that left him publicly humiliated, emotionally exhausted, and financially devastated. As the allegations deepened, the tension in the family grew unbearable. Elizabeth's arrest, a moment that no one imagined would become reality, reportedly shattered Andrei's sense of control. Sources close to the situation claim that Elizabeth was taken into custody after the accusations formally reached legal authorities, resulting in charges that demanded immediate investigation. Fans struggled to believe that the woman they watched grow from a young newlywed into a mother and entrepreneur could be standing in front of a judge, facing the possibility of jail time. The court case that followed was intense. Witnesses, paperwork, financial records, everything was pulled into the open. The prosecution argued that Elizabeth knowingly mishandled funds, while her defense insisted that she was influenced, pressured, or even misled. But as the legal battle unfolded, the outcome grew increasingly grim. After weeks of testimony and evidence, the verdict came down hard. Elizabeth was sentenced to 7 months behind bars, a judgment that sent shockwaves across the fandom and left Andrei visibly crushed. The sentencing didn't just take away Elizabeth's freedom. It tore apart the foundation of the family. Andrei was left to care for the children, manage bills, face the public, and survive the emotional fallout nearly alone. While some fans offered support, others flooded social media with criticism, speculation, and blame. Some pointed fingers at Andrei, claiming his strong personality and history of conflict played a role. Others argued Elizabeth made her own decisions and must now face the consequences. But behind the noise, one truth became clear: Andrei's life, carefully built over years of struggle and sacrifice, was collapsing. His job security became unstable, his reputation suffered, and the financial hit from the missing $100,000 made recovery feel impossible. For a man who left his home country and worked to prove himself in America, this was more than a public scandal. It was personal devastation. Still, even in chaos, there were moments of reflection. Reports suggest Andrei visited Elizabeth frequently during her incarceration, sometimes with heartbreak, sometimes with frustration, but always with a desperate hope for rebuilding. Family sources revealed that he struggled emotionally, torn between anger and love, between betrayal and loyalty. He wanted answers. He wanted justice. But most of all, he wanted stability for their children, something that felt increasingly out of reach. Meanwhile, Elizabeth's experience behind bars reportedly changed her. Instead of the lively, smiling TV personality fans remembered, she became quiet, introspective, and very aware of the consequences of her decisions. Some insiders claim she expressed regret, not only for the crime but for the pain it caused her husband and kids. Others say she maintained her innocence, insisting she was trapped in something bigger than she understood. Fans remain divided. Is she guilty, misunderstood, or manipulated by circumstances beyond her control? While her 7-month sentence eventually came to an end, freedom did not equal peace. Life after release was filled with tension, questions, and the overwhelming challenge of rebuilding trust. Financial recovery was slow. Legal restrictions lingered. Opportunities vanished. The couple who once inspired viewers with hope, travel, and family milestones now faced a very different reality, one shaped by public judgment and personal trauma. The world is watching to see what comes next. Will Andrei and Elizabeth rebuild from the ruins, or will this chapter permanently destroy everything? Can love survive scandal, prison time, and six-figure financial fallout? Fans wait for answers, but one thing is certain: this story is far from over. It is raw, painful, shocking, and deeply human. The Andrei and Elizabeth everyone thought they knew are no more. In their place stand two people who carry scars, legal, emotional, financial, that may never fully heal. Whether this collapse leads to redemption or permanent damage will depend on how they face the future from here. Their rise was dramatic, but their fall has been even more explosive. The world saw their love story begin on television. Now, the world is witnessing what may be the breaking point. Elizabeth's release from jail was not the end. It was only the beginning of a much darker, more complicated chapter. The world expected celebration, closure, a happy reunion. Instead, she walked into a storm far harsher than anything she faced behind bars. Cameras followed her, neighbors whispered, and online critics tore apart every move she made. 7 months away from her family changed her, but the world she returned to had changed even more. Andrei waited outside the facility on the morning of her release, but not with open arms, flowers, or tears of joy. He stood stiff, tired, and guarded, expression heavy with history no one could erase. Their first moment together wasn't warm. It was painfully quiet. Two people staring at each other, both broken in different ways. Andrei's eyes told a story of sleepless nights, unpaid bills, and carrying a household alone. Elizabeth's eyes reflected regret, fear, and the weight of knowing she had shattered the life they built. The drive home was silent. No music, no conversation, just the sound of tires on pavement. Andrei gripped the steering wheel, thinking about the children who barely understood why their mother disappeared. Elizabeth kept looking down, unsure how to sit next to the man she loved while knowing she had dragged him through hell. Every passing street felt like a reminder of what they lost: reputation, peace, money, trust. When they reached home, the real confrontation finally happened. No shouting, no dramatic explosion, just cold questions and emotional truths. Andrei asked her what happened, why the money was taken, whether she acted alone or was influenced by someone else. Elizabeth struggled to explain. She said she made decisions she thought would help the family financially, hoping to invest, hoping to prove herself. But everything spiraled, and mistakes became crimes. Andrei didn't know if he believed her. The scars were too fresh. Inside the house, Elizabeth faced another painful reality. Her children were distant. They recognized her, but they didn't rush into her arms like she imagined from her cell. 7 months is a lifetime to kids. They clung to Andrei instead, the parent who fed them, bathed them, comforted them when they cried for mommy. Elizabeth broke down silently, realizing the emotional debt her choices cost. Meanwhile, the Pathist family, already historically divided, reacted in completely different directions. Some members believed Elizabeth deserved a second chance. Others insisted Andrei was right to protect himself and the kids first. Old grudges resurfaced. Accusations were thrown around during family gatherings. A single decision had split their world straight down the middle. Behind closed doors, Andrei considered separation. Not out of hatred, out of fear. He saw how quickly life can crumble, how a mistake can drag a family underwater. Friends told him to move on, rebuild alone, start new. But he couldn't ignore the memories, the love, the years invested. Marriage is easy in happiness. The real test comes when everything falls apart. Elizabeth sensed she was losing him. She tried rebuilding slowly, cooking dinner, helping with school routines, paying debts by working smaller jobs nobody recognized her from, avoiding cameras and interviews. Fame once boosted their life. Now it haunted them. Every grocery store run felt like walking through a courtroom made of curious eyes. But even with effort, forgiveness wasn't simple. Nights were the hardest. Andrei lay awake, replaying every fight, every court date, every dollar lost. Elizabeth cried quietly beside him, knowing love existed but trust did not. They slept in the same bed but lived in different emotional worlds. Then came another twist. Reports surfaced that the missing $100,000 was connected to a third party, someone close, someone unexpected. A business associate who vanished during Elizabeth's trial suddenly reappeared in Florida, posting online with cash, cars, vacations. Fans dug deeper. Speculation exploded. If the money trail linked back to that person, it meant Elizabeth might not have been acting alone, or worse, she may have been a pawn. Andrei confronted her again. This time, the conversation turned sharp. He demanded names, texts, records, anything that could prove she wasn't the mastermind. Elizabeth hesitated. Maybe she feared retaliation. Maybe she was still protecting someone who didn't deserve protection. The delay, the silence, the uncertainty infuriated Andrei. One marriage, one family, one future, all hanging on information she couldn't bring herself to reveal. When it comes to 90 Day Fiancé star Andrei's explosive relationship with his in-laws, there's plenty more surprises to come on this season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. ET spoke to both Andrei and his wife Elizabeth about all the drama they're having with her siblings, and Andrei said that secrets he's exposed about them will come to light soon. So far this season, Andrei's plans to work with his father-in-law in Chuck's property management business have gone badly. Both Elizabeth's brother, Charlie, and one of her sisters, Becky, have butted heads with Andrei, accusing him of attempting to take their sales and not wanting to work his way up. Elizabeth's siblings were also outraged over Andrei's earlier request for Chuck to loan him $100,000 to start his own real estate business when he just got his real estate license. Andrei said that when it comes to Elizabeth's siblings, he's not going to back down. And he's clearly not over her family digging up information on him prior to his second wedding to Elizabeth in Moldova. Maybe I'm prideful, but I don't think that's a bad trait to have, he tells ET's Melissa Johnson. As I've said before, I'm up for a fight. I'm gonna dig in your past like you dig into mine. I already know a lot of stuff and, there's a lot of surprises coming up over here in the upcoming episodes. It's gonna get harsh, he continues with a big smile. Right now, it's going to get fiery. Andrei said he did an investigation on what he discovered while working with Chuck and more of Elizabeth's family. The other siblings are going to get a little bit exposed, he says. They stepped on my tail, now they have to. They're going to get the bear. Meanwhile, Elizabeth told ET she didn't feel bad at all about her husband exposing her siblings. I mean, if you walked into it, that's on you, she says. They did a lot of things to piss me off, and at this point, I'm just kind of like, you guys are asking for it because he told them, I'm warning you. Andrei also explained why he didn't feel bad about asking Chuck for a $100,000 loan since he said his father-in-law has helped out all of Elizabeth's siblings financially. Everybody did that to Chuck, he says. Everybody got the same treatment, like he's been helping his sons and his daughters in all kinds of ways, giving them money. They just don't want to share. The thing is, they're selfish. The fact is they all have their share of the pie over here, and now that I'm asking for something in the same manner, they're going nuts, because they're thinking maybe he's going to take over, which ultimately will probably happen. As for why he didn't look for a job outside of the family business, given that he has a history of not getting along with his in-laws, Andrei said that was never really an option given the opportunity he has with Chuck's business. I'm going to use the resources over here. It's kind of hard at this moment in time, like immigration and stuff like this, but at the same time there's millions over here circling around, why not just dip my hands in it, he asked. If it's money talks, I'm up here for the fight. If this is what it takes, I'm going to fight for it. As for where Andrei's relationships with Elizabeth's siblings stand today, he said that he hasn't even spoken to a few of them in a year, and that when he sees them he doesn't even say hi. I am there because Elizabeth asked me, he says, of being present for family functions. It's purely because we have something in common. That's my wife and it's her sisters and stuff. But soon enough, we're going to settle that down too. We're going to make it happen. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Fans know that Andrei Castrovet's relationship with his wife Elizabeth's family has been strained for years. But the reality stars spoke exclusively with Hollywood Life and revealed that things have improved with Elizabeth's father, Chuck. The married couple shared an update on where things stand now after the tumultuous relationship between Andrei and Elizabeth's family played out during their first appearance on 90 Day Fiancé in Season 5. "Our relationship definitely improved a little bit, in a better direction," Andrei, 34, said about his father-in-law. Fans of the hit reality series know that the drama with Elizabeth's family has been a focal point of the show. "There's been some improvement, but there's still lots of tension," Elizabeth said, to which Andrei agreed, "Yes, there's still tension." Andrei and Elizabeth first wed in Florida in October 2017. Last season, the couple decided to host a second wedding in Moldova so that Andrei's family could attend. But after Elizabeth's family arrived in his hometown, they began questioning Andrei about his background and how Chuck's money was being spent on the wedding. Elizabeth has 3 sisters: Jen, Rebecca, Becky, Meg. But it was her brother, Charlie, who confronted Andrei in an explosive scene at their wedding. "My relationship is still non-existent with Charlie, and I don't think there's a possibility that it can improve," Andrei said. "I don't really care to improve it. I actually think he feels the same about me. And it doesn't really matter. It's like, I don't know that person in general. It just is what it is." Elizabeth explained the toll it takes when Andrei and her family don't get along. "I feel like it's just a never-ending circumstance," she said. "It's like I'm just going on, and you just don't find a resolution for it. It is very, very difficult, and I just have to pick and choose my time. If I'm going to talk to Andrei for a few hours of the day, then he has that time. And if I want to speak with my sisters, then it's a different thing. I compartmentalize my day for everyone else." Meanwhile, Elizabeth prepared fans to get ready for a juicy new season of 90 Day Fiancé as their story continues to unfold with their daughter Eleanor too. Andrei is finally ready to give up being a stay-at-home dad, but in order to get started, he'll need some help from Chuck. Elizabeth's siblings have strong opinions about him getting into business with their dad in any capacity, so the drama ensues. 90 Day Fiancé fans are all too familiar with Elizabeth Pothast and Andrei Castrovet. The couple left a huge impression on viewers during Season 5 and returned for spin-offs Pillow Talk, Happily Ever After, and AGA Strikes Back. The Florida-based duo turned heads after their explosive arguments, including Andrei butting heads with Elizabeth's father, who financially supported the couple. Elizabeth fell in love with Andrei while abroad in Ireland. They tied the knot in America and welcomed daughter Eleanor in January 2019. Yet it was revealed on Happily Ever After that Moldovan native Andrei might have had a more complicated reason for leaving his country than Elizabeth realized. Elizabeth's brothers threatened to physically fight Andrei after speculating he was previously involved in questionable behavior as a police officer in Moldova. Nevertheless, Elizabeth and Andrei got married twice, in both the US and Andrei's European hometown. Even though the relationship is strained between Elizabeth's extended family and Andrei, their marriage is still going strong. Keep scrolling to find out what the couple is up to today. 90 Day Fiancé stars Elizabeth Pothast and Andrei Castrovet have used their TLC fame to expand their careers. The couple have accounts on Cameo and OnlyFans and work with a variety of brands for paid Instagram influencer posts, per Screen Rant. In addition to their appearances on a slew of 90 Day spin-offs, Elizabeth and Andrei also are part of the 90 Day Diaries cast on Discovery. The young family also celebrated Elizabeth's big 3-0 in August 2020 and daughter Eleanor's second birthday in January 2021. While Elizabeth has put her acting career on hold since becoming a mother, Andrei has found happiness as a stay-at-home father while pursuing fitness. He may even have squashed the beef with Elizabeth's family, which also has a long rap sheet of encounters with the law, per cheat sheet. At least we can agree that Elizabeth and Andrei are a match made in heaven. 90 Day Fiancé spoilers and updates tease it seems like the drama between Andrei Castrovet and Elizabeth's family is far from over. Libby's siblings, Charlie and Becky, have said some nasty things about her husband, and Andrei has had enough. The reality star hinted that he'll reveal the secrets of her wife's family in upcoming episodes. Andrei's relationship with Libby's family, especially her siblings, turned sour when he asked Chuck for a loan of $100,000. Andrei said he doesn't see a problem with asking his father-in-law for money. He explained that Chuck has helped all of his kids and gave them capital to start a job or business. He decided to join in while everyone was over there sucking from the pie. He doesn't see any issue, especially if there's money available. Back then, Chuck wasn't pleased when Andrei called him for a meeting to ask for a huge loan. However, he did say that he may consider giving Andrei money later on if he proves that he's dedicated to helping the family's home rental business. In a previous interview, Andrei said that his relationship with Chuck was okay, although he admitted that they've been through some rough times. When Libby's siblings found out about the loan, which was turned down, they started to accuse Andrei of taking advantage of Chuck. They've been at odds ever since. Andrei is now ready to fight back. He admitted that he's a prideful man, a trait of which he's not proud. However, it seems like he's ready to go to war. The star revealed that he already knows a lot of the family's secrets, so there will be a lot of surprises in the upcoming episodes. Andrei hinted that the upcoming situation will be harsh and fiery.